This is easy.
What is up, Goat World? It is me, your boy JDZ, and I'm back at you again with another Goat Format video. As winter approaches and these days are getting so short, it gets so much darker, faster, and that just fills me with despair. You get it? Despair from the dark. You already know what time it is. You guys already know what time, how I give it up here. Today, I will be showcasing you a deck I like to call Despair from the Dark Turbo. How this deck came to be. Huge shout out to the duelist that goes by the name of Grumple Steelskin. This is a concept that I had in theory for a long time. I tried it a bunch. It just never ever really came to anything that kind of almost worked. But then I got with Grumple, who had some other ideas, and I kind of merged both of our ideas together to come up with this strategy. So basically the idea of this deck is to use the card Despair from the Dark. If you're not familiar with the card Despair from the Dark, I'll explain it to you. It is an 8-star zombie type dark monster that says if this card is taken from your hand to the graveyard by opponent's card effect, you can special summon to the field. That's really not the effect we're trying to use. I just want to utilize his big body and then bring that bad boy to the field, spam it to the field, and try to attack my opponent, because that 2800 stat line is very important to this strategy. You only have 8,000 life points, and if you can get that 28 in 3 times, you can win. So the idea is I'm going to try to take the Magical Merchant, mill the Despair from the Dark to the graveyard, add the Book of Life to my hand with Magical Merchant's effect, Book of Life, the Despair from the Dark back to the field, and then hopefully I can get some direct attacks in. So I also want to point to the double costing. The double costing effect says if you tribute summon this card for a dark monster, you can use it as a double tribute. So that's pretty cool. So you can kind of cheat the Despair from the Dark out that way. It is a zombie type, so you can Book of Life, bring it back, and then you can Dark Magician Chaos, get another spell card back. I thought that was pretty neat. Speaking of Book of Life, I think this card is super duper good right now in GOAT format. It's very underutilized. Every deck is going to be somewhat graveyard dependent. Even the warrior strategies, the earth aggro strategies, the chaos turbo, obviously chaos control, all those decks are going to be kind of reliant on the graveyard. So if you can play a timely Book of Life, you can shake up that graveyard and make it absolutely happen. I want to play Royal Decree because I don't think I need that many traps. I have a pretty nice defense set up. So if I can just get Royal Decree down, big Despair from the Dark on the field, I can clean up all their monsters, and eventually I can get into their hitbox. At least that's the plan. Tribute to the Doomed as well. Play Tribute to the Doom, pitch Despair from the Dark to the graveyard, Book of Life it back to the field, or, you know what I'm saying, Book of Life Despair from the Dark, summon Spirit Reaper next to it, take their hand. You know, maybe that is the idea and concept of the deck. Is this the best deck ever in GOAT format of all time? Probably not, but it's definitely something that you can do to change it up, have some fun, take it to a locals, play it in a smaller tournament, and just make, you know, make the best of it. In the side deck, I just wanted to keep Blackluster Soldier in there. I'm not trying to build all my decks around Blackluster Soldier. I think it's a very prevalent card in our format, and maybe a little less Blackluster Soldier might be good, but I didn't want to go on without it, so I put it in the side deck. And I also have 2 Assure Priests in the side deck just in case, you know, I play against those control decks, Go control decks, Chaos control. I can bring the Assure Priests in, bring the Blackluster Soldier in. I'll have more steady lights, and then I can absolutely vibe that way. Because if you look at this deck, I don't know how I win against Chaos Control or Go Control or something like that. It's going to be very difficult to do. You know what I'm saying? With the Assure Priest, Blackluster Soldier in the side deck, I think I might have a better chance, along with those Book of Moons as well. Here is the deck. Tell me what you think about Despair Turbo. I'll put the link to this deck down in the description, and you guys can get out there and try it yourself. I do have some replays from my last dueling session, and this is the GOAT format dueling ladder. You take what you get, and you don't throw a fit. So I'm going to pull up some of those replays, and I'll let you guys have a peek of the Despair from the Dark in action, and then you can see what's good about it, you can see what's bad about it, and then you can tell me what you would do. There are actually a ton of cards I would like to play in this deck. I just couldn't figure out how to fit them all in and what those ratios was like. So if you have some better ideas, get into the comment section and let me know what you would do to make the Despair from the Dark deck a little bit better. All right, so I do have some replays, and I'm going to go ahead and show those to you now about this deck. And I also want to mention, like, these replays, when I show them, it's not just about the deck, it's also going to be about the other person's deck and what they're playing, and some things they could have done better, and some things I could have done better to help people become better duelists in the end. I'm going to show both hands. Make sure you like and subscribe. Okay, moving on. I'm going to go second, playing against a duelist that goes by the name of Danger Run. Danger Run is in the building, and this is, again, some of the bad parts about playing the Despair deck. You're going to open double Despair, but you're just hoping to get duoed, because sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you get duoed, you get that extra ability to Despair from the Dark. I think that's really cool. That's another cool thing about this deck. You can really dual proof yourself. So they're going to go ahead and T-set pass. I go ahead and bring forth the double costing and just try to check whatever that set is. It's going to be the Singing. So Singing, grab Injection, Fairy Lily, in my mind, for some reason, I don't know if I was on peyote or I was on angel dust or something, but when I saw Sang and Grab injection, I was like, okay, this duelist is probably playing the Earth aggro strategy for some reason. I don't know why I went there with it, but that's what I thought. I go and slam Call Hana onto the field. They bring forth the injection Fairy Lily and go ahead and pump into the double cost, and I take damage. They take damage. Cool, 2,000 off, and I pass. So I'm like, okay, I have this magical merchant in my hand, and I'm like, I could just set the magical merchant, but I was figuring that they would just clear the magical merchant and then pump me full another 34, and I didn't want to take that. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and premature burial this double costing. I'm going to normal summon the Despair from the Dark, and I'm going to try to just take the challenge. I'm going to try to injection Fairy Lily challenge myself and then punch on in for another 2028. Just take a little bit of damage. So at least now if they go Goblin Attack Force or whatever, summon to the field, they can't necessarily kill me on their next turn because they just won't have enough life points to boost again. And then if I get to another attack monster, another beater or something like that, I can kind of take over again. At least that's what my thought was. So I go ahead and pass back on over. They go ahead and hit the Rescue Cat, and I was like, okay, never mind. Wrong read. Wrong again. Read that all wrong. Read the room all wrong. And they go ahead and do the whole Rescue Cat shenanigans and then call a hunter, bring back the Rescue Cat again. And I'm just like, okay, let me get the hell up out of there. Let me go ahead and get the hell up out of there. I've been bamboozled, horn swallowed, and confuddled. You know what I'm saying? I've been done dirty. So I go ahead and go back. So I understand what's going on now. I don't know why there's Nobleman Crosshouse in here. Maybe for the Cyber Drive. I think I took one of the Noblemans out and left the other one in. I go and set the Magical Merchant this time. My opponent go ahead and Graceful Charities up, discards 2, Pot of Greed, and brings forth the Panda and smacks on in. I also probably should have taken one of these GK Spies out, but I wasn't sure of the deck because I know sometimes they play it more burn, but sometimes they play it more combo. So I thought they were leaning more towards the combo, so I felt the GK Spies might have been still pretty decent. So I go ahead and get my mill on. I get my Torrential Tribute. They pass it on over. I got another Magical Merchant. I just try to clean up this Panda right now, get it off the field, set my TT just in case, pass it on over. They go ahead and Giant Trunade here and then go for a Cyberstein maneuver. So Cyberstein, they're just going to grip it and rip it on the Cyberstein. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then they're going to bring out King Dragoon. I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one from my adversary. I think I probably just go for the big Chungus, right? I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is. But they go ahead and Cyberstein and Injection together. I don't know about that either. But they go ahead and bring forth the King Dragon, which would be tough. But they saw me get the Torrential Tribute, so I will have some way to get around this thing eventually. As they're going to go ahead and hit me with the 700 from Cyberstein. I get the Despair from the Dark. I set the TT, set the Magical Merchant, pass it on over. They switch the Cyberstein to defense position. I set the Magical Merchant. They blast it off, and then I will get the Book of Life back to hand. So now I got full wombo combo in hand. I have the Tribute to the Doomed. I have the Book of Life situation, and I'm vibing. So I will go ahead and play Tribute to the Doom. I will pitch the Despair from the Dark. I probably should have went after the Cyberstein maybe, but I don't know why I went after this set. Maybe because I felt like it could have a little bit more, because I had this knock. Maybe I could have used that. I'm not sure. I think I messed that up there. But it ended up being a Sangan, so I am punished for that. And then I'm able to go for the Book of Life maneuver, grab back the Despair from the Dark. Despair from the Dark is going to then be able to clean up the King Dragoon, no issue. And then I'll banish the Panda with the Book of Life effect. A little bit late, better late than never. They go Giant Trunade here. They go Giant Trunade, and then they go Last Will, Rescue Cat, pop. Okay, Rescue Cat's going to bring out Milus, Rescue Cat. And then we're going to pop another Rescue Cat from the other Last Will, bring out Panda. Okay, Panda is at 28 based on all this mathematics, and the 28 is going to be able to crash. But what they should have done, they probably should have popped another one of these Last Wills. Looking at their hand now that I'm looking at it, they probably should have went ahead and ripped another one of these Last Wills and then got another monster to the field, no matter what. And then they're going to go ahead and hit into the GK Spy, and then they didn't attack with these two. So I think that's another mess up, because I had this other GK Spy in my hand, so maybe they thought another one was coming. I didn't have any more in my deck, but they just, I think something happened. They just didn't attack. They went to main phase 2, but still, I don't know why they didn't do that. That was a issue right there. But they ended up setting up the level limit area B. I set my second copy of GK Spy, pass it on over. They set the Injection Fairy Lily. I go ahead and Nobleman Cross out that, pass it on over to them. They go and set the Call of 100, bring out the Wombat, run into second copy of GK Spy that was in the hand, dropping down to 1700. I played a Graceful Charity. I'm throwing out the Despair, throwing out the Serpent, passing on over to them. And then they're going to continue to set. They got really nothing they can do. I really got nothing I can do. I'm kind of walling out with the GK Spy, passing on over to them. They have Delinquent Duo. No point of playing it. Their life is very low. So they're going to set it onto the field. I don't hate that. And then I go and bring out the Serpent and just go TT right now, and then I go Book of Life to bring back the Spirit Reaper and just try to attack, man. Just try to get some damage in. I think 1700 is not that much, but they do have Call of the Haunted. They can bring back Singing, so that was kind of a got them on their turn there. As they go ahead and bring out the Singing, smack on into the Spirit Reaper. I'm probably playing this Snatch Deal, getting rid of the Spirit Reaper completely and just being done with it, but they elect to just hold on to it in hand, waiting for a better target. I don't hate that, I guess. They go and bring back the Tribute to the Doom, cast it for the Sangin. They get the Exile Force. I go ahead and crack on in for another 300, trying to grab that Exile Force that they just got. Maybe it's a 4. I get a Last Will. I'm like, cool. Set the mirror, set the monster onto the field. Oh, hopefully that they'll just go after this thing with Exile Force, thinking it's something better. As they go ahead and Last Will, okay, Exile, pop the set, cool. Bring out Cyberjar. So they're all out of pandas, it seems. They go for a Cyberjar. I'll just Mirror Force the Cyberjar to force the Book of Moon. They'll set it onto the field. Cool. I get back the Serpent again. I'll play the Premature Burial again. I'll get the Exile Force. I'll pop the Cyberjar, and then I'll take the Snatch Deal. I don't know why they didn't put that Snatch Deal on the field, or why they didn't use the Snatch Deal on this damn Spirit Reaper. I don't know what they're hanging on to the Snatch Deal for. I really don't know what the love is for the Snatch Deal, and they end up just scooping there. I think that also was a premature scoop. I don't know why they scooped that game there, but I think they made some misplays. I made some misplays, and then we're going to continue to move on as we're entering into the third game. This is game number 3. Game number 3. I go ahead and draw. Okay, so I get the Broken Duo. Broken Duo is going to go ahead and rip the Injection Fairy Lily. I set the Magician of Face, set the Tribute, pass it on over. They got the Just Dessert flip Singing. I will then get back the Delinquent Duo. They're going to, oh, this is so bad. They're going to then, oh my goodness, that's so bad. That's so sack. That's such a sack. Okay, that is such a huge stack. I'm going to Tribute to the Doom. I threw the Royal Decree out because I didn't see that many traps. I didn't think they were playing that much burn stuff. Looking back on it, I probably should have kept that Royal Decree because maybe that would have been a better card to have. Who knows? But I go ahead and play the Tribute to the Doom on the Singing. They're going to grab the Cyberjar. I play the Proset Heavy Storm. They throw some Ojamas on me, and then that's cool. Lose the Snatch Deal, lose all their stuff, and then I take the Duo, go ahead and take the Cyberjar back out of their hand, and then I punch on in with 1200. So I'm cool. Now I got the guy on the beat. They draw Mass Driver, which is just an insane card to have in your deck right now. I go and smack on in for another 12. They're going to eat that. I go ahead and just continue to assault. I just continue Grave Spy attack. It is the Mindless Radiant. They got Rescue Cat. They're going to pop the Rescue Cat, bring out Wombat and Gaku Gire. Wombat, Gaku Gire. I just TT here because I don't want to take all that damage for 1, and I want to get these Ojamas off for 2. I got the Book of Life. I will then go ahead and set the Magical Merchant, pass it on over. They got Giant Trunade. I got the guy. I got Despair from the Dark. Get Graceful Charity. Just the sack train continues. Graceful Charity. Despair from the Dark, Book of Life. This is what I want to show. I just want to show this part because I think that is something that really, Book of Life, Despair from the Dark, Graceful Charity, just setting up your graveyard and pulling the thing back out and attacking for 28. I think that's pretty cool. So I'm able to get on in with a bunch of damage and just going to get a timely GG, get the hell out of there. So that was some of the good. Granted, there were some things that both of us could have done better as players, but that is at least the concept. I'm talking concepts, man. I'm talking theories and concepts. This is not the most optimized way that this deck can be, but we're talking concepts. Okay, so this is some of the bad. Okay, that was some of the good. Here is a little bit of the bad that you can run into. I'm playing against the duelist that goes by the name of John Gotti. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be going second. So they go first. They go ahead and thunder up. Thunder for 2. They go ahead and set upstart. Typical turbo stuff. They're going to go ahead and then, draw into another one. So look at my hand. My hand is very stupid. I got a stupid Duo because I can't really. I got these Thunder Dragons. I got this Royal Decree. I got Snatch Deal. I do have this Nobleman Cross out, so that's kind of a playable card. I play the Nobleman Cross out, and then I'll go ahead and set the Royal Decree. I probably still should just rip the Duo anyway and maybe lower my hand size. So if they do play Duo, I'm just praying. Like for the first time in my life, I'm like praying for Duo to come my way, and it just isn't coming my way. So they're going to go ahead and let's see what they do here. They are going to go ahead and just set the GK spot, and I get a third. All 3. I just draw them all. Like, what are the chances of that? As I continue to just draw Despair from the Dark, wave card destruction. Like, please just play it. For the first time in my life, please just play card destruction. Please just play, play duo me, please. As I'm still just sitting here, taking all this damage because I got Royal Decree. Really, nothing's going down. And it's going to be Serpent. So I got Serpent now. I can go Royal Decree, Snatch Deal, book his own guy. I'll set the Serpent, pass, still just waiting on freaking card destruction. Flip spy, add spy, knock. You know what I'm saying? This is it. So this is the bad. This is like what can happen to you if you play a deck like this. This is a likely outcome of a deck that you can see. So I literally have nothing going on. They got double daggers. I'm continuing to set as they go and play Nova Cross, and I'm just going to get out of there. So I just want to show that. You know, I want to show the whole thing because the next game I think it's just more of the same. You know what I'm saying? That was just a bad situation. So I just want to show the good. I want to show the bad. Okay, this one is another. Who is this? I think this is another game I play. I think after that one, here's another one I went down with, and I think this one is against. Is this Burn? I think this is Burn. I'm playing against. So I lost that one pretty hard, and then I went to this one playing against the Burn strategy, and I'm going first again this time. So I go ahead and just spam the Regenerating Mummy, pass it on over. They go Graceful Charity. Maybe spam Regenerating Mummy probably wasn't a play. Maybe spam Double Costing maybe have been a play. Keep the Regenerating Mummy in my hand just in case they go Duo, and I'll have a little bit more insulation from Delinquent Duo. I don't know. Maybe that was what I could have done. They go ahead and set a GK Spy. This is an interesting burn deck. I like GK Spy and burn. I think that's pretty cool. But I do have the dagger. I do have another double costing. I'm able to banish my GK Spies, and I'm able to pound on in for quite a bit of damage. You know, 18 and 17 is nothing to sniff at as my opponent gets the Pot of Greed as well. They're going to add 2. What they're going to do, they're going to set 2, set 3, and set a Mon, pass it on over. They're going to Ojama lock me right away. So cool. That's a good Ojama lock because his exile is about to go absolutely insane. As we're in the standby phase, I am locked up. I go ahead and attack anyway, just in case. I set my cards first, just in case it's Morphin Jar. It is not. I'll take the Just Desserts. I'll take the Secret Barrel, and then I will pass. So they go ahead and set their Morphin Jar now. And then I think about it for a moment. I just go ahead and play the Ring of Destruction, and then I can't afford to have one of these jars go off. So if that had been Sangin or something, I'd have been feeling real tight. So I'm just going to go ahead and play the Exile Force in the set, and it worked out great for me that time. I will then draw the Tribute to the Doom, which is a pretty great card against Burn. You can get your own, you can un-Ojama lock yourself because you can just target your own cards on the field, or you can kind of clean up these problematic cards like Spirit Brewer or any of the little defensive dudes they might have. You're going to bring out the Breaker. Breaker's going to hit the dude, and then we're just going to scoop because that was their only line of defense that they had. So I got the dub there. Got the dub. Okay, boom. Moving on, put in my anti-burn measures that I have. BLS actually is pretty decent versus Burn. BLS is pretty decent versus Burn. We'll see. I'll go ahead and set the Magical Merchant, set the Royal Decree, set the Mirror Force pass, get ceasefired right away. That's 1,000 off. Again, I don't know why. I think I kept 2 spies in. I gotta fix that. My side was a little bit off in this one. As I go ahead and set 3, pass it on over. I go ahead and set another Magical Merchant. My opponent go ahead and hits me with an Ojama Trio. I'll play the Royal Decree just to negate that. I'll take this damage. I just really want more cards as I get the Mystical Space Typhoon to hand. Let's see. I get the Mystical Space Typhoon to hand. I'll go ahead and set the GK Spy, pass it on over. My opponent then go ahead and clams on into the GK Spy. I'll take a little bit of damage, pass it on over back over to me, pass back on over to them. And I'm just seeing how this game is working out. I see what's happening as they play the Giant Trunade, bounce past all the stuff back to their hands, and then they're able to set a ton of cards on the field, play the Ring of Destruction again. And then I make another play. I go for the Jinzo here. I really just want to set my graveyard up, but Jinzo behind swords really isn't great because, like, what's he really doing? And then they can find a way to get around it relatively easily. So they do so as they bring out the Injection Fairy Lily, give me some more piercing damage, and then they're going to clap up the Jinzo with the greatest of ease, put him on out of his misery, and they're going to hit me with a little bit more damage. I go and bring out the BLS now. BLS is going to be able to banish the Injection Fairy Lily, and then I go and set the spy again, pass it on over. And they're going to go and hit the Graceful Charity. Graceful Charity is good. They get into a Giant Trunade. Penguin Soldier, what is that doing in there? That's interesting. That's pretty cool. And they're going to hit me with Giant Trunade, and then that is pretty much all she wrote. Giant Trunade is so good for Burn, and it's so good against the Kree. Like, there's really nothing you can do. They're going to bounce your stuff back. I got no walk. I got nothing, so I'm just going to have to take that damage, and I'm going to get a super duper L. All right, cool. So moving on over to game number 3. Game number 3, I got Graceful Charity. I got Despair from the Dark. I'm going to play it. Okay, Despair, kick off Serpent, get pot. Hands looking like buns, though, still. I'm going to go ahead and try to just set the Royal Decree, set the TT, and pass, get some value out of my traps. My opponent got Pot of Greed as well. Cool. and then they're going to go ahead and see what they do. Try to bring out spy and just attack, and I just TT that right away. I got no time. I don't want to play. I don't want to play this. Play this freaking this damage game, because when you're playing burn, anytime that they're doing damage to you outside of the actual burn cards, that's an L on your part. You're probably going to lose that more often than not. So it's better to just get the attacking guys out of there right away and then focus on taking damage from the burn stuff. As we're going to go ahead and play the MST, and they're going to book a life, bring this dude back. Look at this dude. He's back on the field. 2,800 is going to get in direct. Okay, we take those. That's the whole concept of the strategy. What you're trying to do, you're trying to send those 28s in as much as you can. You don't want 28 coming your direction though. You want to be sending the 28s to your opponent. So I do have the Sinister coming back. I do also have the Tribe Infecting Virus. So I think this is actually just going to be a GG. And I hit the Tribe, hit the Despair from the Dark. Oh no, they got the guy. So I'm able to use Tribe's ability, kill the Big Shield Gardener, bring back the Despair from the Dark, punch on in with 28, 16, swing, set ring. You guys all know the vibe. Some people don't like ring against burn. I can't get enough. I think ring is a very, very good card against burn. So I always like to leave that in. As they go ahead and bring out their Gaku Gary Panda, clean up my Tribe Infecting Virus, and then I will play Ring of Destruction in the end phase and get a dub. Okay, so that was kind of good, kind of bad. Burn's going to be what it is sometimes. I know a lot of people struggle with playing burn, so that's why I wanted to show that replay. This is a really, really funny replay, and that's why I really want to show this one. All right, so I remember this one. This was funny. All right, so we're gonna go first. Okay, I get the RPS. I get to go first. We're on Duelingbook ladder. All right, we're on Duelingbook ladder. You guys already know what Duelingbook ladder is like. You already know what's happening on Duelingbook ladder. So I go first, and boom, it happened again. Your boy JD got the full trend. I got it all. 1, 2, 3. Pot, Graceful, and Delinquent Duo in the first starting hand. And I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? But wow, if you know that, but you follow this program, if I ever open this hand, you already know what I'm going to do. If I ever open this hand, you already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make an offer to draw. I'm like, look, I don't want to play. I got full trend. I'm going to make an offer to draw, and I'm going to put it on you. Sometimes people accept, but sometimes they don't. Opponent's like, what? Question mark? I'm like, I'm just trying to draw, man. I just trying to get out of here, man. I don't want no problems. I don't want no problem. I'm just trying to draw. Nope. That's what he said, right? Nope. He put that on there. He was like, nope. Thumbs up. That's all. Hey, it's time to go then. Duo. Boom. Boom. We're gonna and he's playing this deck too. When I saw those 2-tune tables come out of there, I'm like, bro, I hope I could just deliver the most decisive one-sided sack that has ever happened. As I'm going full trend on my opponent, it still didn't hit that hard, but man, oh man, it feels good to full trinity somebody every now and then, especially when I literally offered them a draw. Like I said, so if you're ever playing me on the ladder and you see me throw a draw up there, just know I got full trinity, no lie. That's what it's in my hand. I won't lie about it. All right, so they got spell reproduction. Hands looking bad, you know what I'm saying? Because this is the weakness of this deck. It's very glass cannon from time to time. They set the cyber jar. Okay, so I just got all the answers for it. I go ahead and just tribute to the Doom, kick the Spirit Reaper, summon Spirit Reaper, book a life, bring back Spirit Reaper. I'm going to flip the GK Spy, add Spy, and then now I'm just pounding in. You're losing 2 cards from your hand, losing cards from your graveyard, and you're just like in a down Omega position. Like there's no winning from this spot. You're going to go ahead and set. I'll go ahead and summon, just continue to pound on in, and then you get the book, you just have to scoop. So that was on you. You could have easily scooped up out of there and been done with that. It's Kevin, you know what I'm saying? And stop playing this deck on the ladder. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you playing this on the Goat Format Dueling ladder? I have no idea. So they're going to go tune table, add tune table. They're going to tune table, add tune table. Reason I still call 4. I don't care. They didn't even grab the Tune Cannon Soldier. I know what the deck is, and I still call 4 because I just do not care. And hit off the first one. You know what I'm saying? That's how I give it up. So I'm going to go ahead and play the pot. Boom, boom. I got Reaper again. Reaper's just on the case all over the place. I'm reaping in. Reaper's going to take the monster gate. I'll set. Opponent gets another brick, not doing a damn thing. I know those fake cards. I know those cards are all just so fake. I go and smack on in with 18. I go and hit in for another 300. Should just set them all. I guess you didn't want to block all your zones, but you could have just tornadoed for, I don't know what the right answer is. But I'm just continue to assault. Maybe they play scapegoat, so I'm sending more attacks in, ripping more cards from the hand, and it's going to be. And I honestly, I probably shouldn't have shown that replay, but that's just what I wanted to showcase. It's like, hey man, sometimes you get full trend. Hey, offer a draw. If somebody offer a draw, if I offer a draw, you better just take it. Yeah, because I'm not BSing with the draws. All right, cool. Moving on. And the last one I'm gonna show is against the duels that goes by the name of Forevers. We had a pretty good match. I just want to kind of show it as I will be going second. And I got the Despair from the Dark, Nomen of Cross out, double cost and Magician of Faith. They got some good cards in their hand. They go in and set. I double cost and knock, boom, smack in with 17. Cool, so we're chilling. Already double cost and set up, ready to get tributed for Despair from the Dark. No big deal. My opponent has got the Tribal Infecting Virus. Tribe's going to come out, smack me for 16. I'm like, dope. I'm going to book a life, bring this dude back, and then I'm going to set Magician of Faith, pound on into the Tribe Infecting Virus, and then pass it on over to them instead of going for the Despair play. No big deal. Kick the Call of Hunted off, snatch steal my guy, tribute for Zaborg. Zaborg is going to smack me for 2,400. That was a cool play. I like that. Hanging on to the knock and not Zaborging, I think it's pretty neat. But I have the snatch steal. Snatch steal is going to pound in with 24. I set the Morphing Jar. So I set the Morphing Jar here, which is interesting. They have the Nomen of Cross out, but they elect not to play it. I think reason being they didn't do that is because they want this GK Spy to get more, to get an effect. And if they do play this Nomen Cross out, and this is GK Spy, then they just lose their spies from deck. So I don't hate not playing that Nomen Cross out, but I think my instincts just take over and I just rip that bad boy. I don't know. But I do get the Morphing Jar. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it right here since I drew that Sinister Serpent especially. And they got some tech in there too, that Interdimensional Matter Transporter. I think that's a really cool card. Maybe we could do something with that on the channel. As I go ahead and spam and slam the DMOC. DMOC's gonna grab back Nomen Cross out. I'm gonna hit their GK Spy. We're gonna lose those spies anyway. And then I'm going to smack on in with 2,800. So DMOC gets in with 2,800. I set the ring, pass it on over. My opponent gets the Graceful Charity. Graceful Charity is going to add some. Boom, boom. We're going to kick the transporter. They're going to heavy, and I'm just going to try to get a ring for game situation. So ring will win, as it often does. I get the dub there. So I go second again. I'm going to get DMOC. I got Merchant, Reaper, Spy, Premature Burial. They get a 1. It's going to be a Spy, of course. I'm going to kick that DMOC right the hell up out of there. I get the Book of Life. I'm going to set the merch, set the other cards as well, just in case of, I don't know. Why'd I do that? Why'd I set all these cards? Man, oh, I'm trying to bluff like I have Morphing Jar is I think what my plan was. As they flip the merch, add ring, Metamorphosis into Thousand Eyes Restrict. So Thousand Eyes, this deck is really good, really bad. I'm sorry, the deck I'm playing is really bad against any type of control strategy. Metamorphosis Scapegoat just kind of runs right through my deck. I bring in Minecon for some reason. I don't know why I have Minecon in this. I don't know why I brought it in, let alone play. I don't know why I brought it in for this matchup, but it might have been pretty good, but I don't know. I was tripping. All right, so I played the Graceful Charity. I get Despair from the Dark, and I get another Minecon. I keep the Minecons, huh? Maybe I could toss those out. As I play the Delinquent Duo here, hoping to hit that Tsukiyomi, break up the loop. I don't hit Premature Burial, and I'm just going to break up the, and they gonna kick the Sinister Serpent out. I go DMOC and just hoping for something great. I didn't necessarily get it. I Book a Life this thing, and then just to get the Serpent out of play, and then I snatch steal the Thousand Eyes Restrict and set a card, pass it back over to my opponent. And then I am just like, I really overextended there. I don't know why I did all that. I think I'm doing way too much. They go ahead and set the Despair from Dark face down, pass it on over to me. I get Tribute to the Doom. I go and take it now, Tribute to the Doom, kick off the Thousand Eyes Restrict just so I can try to get active into the hitbox. Flip all my guys, don't care, Mirror Force be damned, smack on in, and it's going to be some scapegoats. So I get tangled up in some scapegoats. My opponent gets Graceful Charity. Charity's up. They get another Metamorphosis, and I was like, I don't think I have the wherewithal. I think I've used way too many materials. I used way too much juice to try to get through a Souk loop combination the first time. So having another one, I just don't think I could have mustered. Maybe I could have got to a Tribute to the Doomed or another card like that, and just maybe I could have got out of it. But I don't think I sided properly, and I don't think I played it too well. So take notes. You know, that's what you don't want to do sometimes too. You know, your boy be out here messing up, and I'll just have to take it like that sometimes. So I go ahead and bring out Regen, set book, pass it on over to my opponent. My opponent's in full Brown Town over here, but they got this Magical Merchant, and I'm like, cool. I go ahead and bring out Tribe. Tribe attack the Magic Mirror. I'm just trying to get aggressive. I feel like they, you know what I'm saying, well, I got a chance. I'm going after the hitbox. They got Nomen the Crossout still in there, which is cool. And I'm like, whatever. Now I know they have knock in hand. I go in MST. MST hit the Book of Moon, one light, one dark. They bring out Black Luster Soldier. I do have an out for it in this Tribute to the Doom, so I'm not feeling too broke up about it. Take all that damage. And then they're going to set the Black Luster Soldier, which is cool. I get the Exile Force. I go ahead and just use the Exile Force now, save my Tribute to the Doom, so I don't have to discard as much. 1-for-1 is better than a 2-for-1. They go Sangan on the beats, which is great for them. As Sangan gets in for 1,000, I get DMOC, which sucks for me. And then they go ahead and Graceful Charity up. So I'm like, damn, dude, can I get a break? Can I get some reprieve? But it's all good. I know I got this Black Luster Soldier in my hand, and with Black Luster Soldier, anything is possible. As they go Sangan on the approach still, hit in for an additional 1,000, set 2, pass it on over to me. I will then set the Spirit Reaper, pass it back on over to them. They go Nomen the Crossout, and then they don't summon though. They feel they're playing around this TT very well. They don't like to bring any more mons in. As they set the GK Spy, I bring out the Assure Priest. Assure Priest is going to just attack into the Sangan. Assure Priest is going to attack into the GK Spy, and they let it go. They don't stop it. Maybe they're trying to keep my graveyard from chaos, which is probably correct. And they know that I can't really do anything to this GK Spy. And the Sangan really, it dying, taking that damage, getting your cards in hand is probably the best way to go about it. So I'm like, cool. They bring out the DD Warrior Lady, and then I hit them with a vigorous Torrential Tribute, as I'm sure they knew that was coming. And then Assure Priest can just clap on in for 1,700, but they got Mirror Force. So damn, hit the Magician of Faith face down, set the Scapegoats, pass it on over. I go ahead and Tribute to the Doom that Magician of Faith, pass it back on over to them. They have the Swords of Villain Light, but they don't play it. No swords are played. I go and flip the GK Spy, flip Spy, add Spy, bring out the Black Lusted one. Black Luster is going to banish the Magician of Faith, and then I'm going to smack in. I could have brought down the DMOC, and I thought it was just better just to let them stay in hand for now, I suppose. I could have brought out DMOC in main phase 1, but I wanted to wait for it in main phase 2 to get this Book of Moon back to maybe protect my entire field here, as now they have Ring of Destruction, which is cool. I got Swords of Villain Light. I got another Book of Moon. Banish another Scapegoat token, pass it on over, setting all my cards on the field, trying to get around this Delinquent Duo that they just so happen to have. They summon TT, blow up the situation, pass it back on over to me. I go ahead and rip the Book of Life, bring back this guy. This guy has 3,000 defense for some reason. I don't know why this dude has 3,000 defense, but there's really nothing getting through that 3,000 defense unless it's this Tribe Infecting Virus that they play. I'm going to go ahead and, they know I have this Book of Moon, so I go ahead and play it. But they don't know about the second Book of Moon. So I'm able to chain Book of Moon to a Ring of Destruction after the try. I thought that was pretty neat. And then we're able to keep that bad boy alive. They elect not to attack in with Tribe on this guy, which is probably correct because I can just Mirror Force and we're back in the saddle, boys. But they elect not to. Just continue to draw pass. They got the Heavy Storm now, which is great, but they don't play it. We're playing that Heavy Storm. Why do you have the card in your deck? If I did not see that. That's a huge, tremendous throw from my adversary. You're playing that Heavy Storm every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You're playing that Heavy Storm because you need this play to go through. And I think that's a tremendous throw on my adversary. You got to play it. You just play it, and you don't even think twice about it. You're losing an interdimensional matter transporter, and then you're going to take some damage, and then you're going to get out of this, get this thing out of here. But I'm 100% playing it. They didn't play it. No big deal. They're going to go ahead. I'm going to flip the Despair from the Dark, try to get in there with the Assure Priest. They're going to reset the Despair from the Dark, pass it back on over. They got more Scapegoats. I'm like, cool. And I'm like, okay, I got a clock. I'm going to go ahead and hit the Despair from the Dark, go in. They take the 28. I'm going to go on in with 17. They're going to take the 17. I'm going to set the ring, pass. Boom. They hit me with some Scapegoats. And I'm like, boom, we got a Heavy Storm, and I just play Ring for a draw. Okay, we drawed. Okay, wow, dang, okay. I think I threw there too. I think I did something wrong. I did not know we went to a draw there. All right, cool. I'm going to be going second again this time. They get the Delinquent Duo, and I'm like, finally, someone played Delinquent Duo when I got this idiot in my hand. So finally, I'm getting some value out of the Despair from the Dark. So boom, 3,000 on you right now. As you got Delinquent Duo, playing Delinquent Duo. I showed all these Despair from the Darks, all these games. Playing Delinquent Duo against me is ridiculous. I think that is some absurd behavior, by the way. forevers, you're bugging. Okay, you got to take that down. If you see somebody rocking triple Despair from the Dark and regenerating Mummy, take Duo out of your deck, like especially in game 4. We played other games in this set already, and you gotta be bugging. So I'm gonna go ahead and Spirit Reaper up. Just try to get in, hit a token, pass it on over. They go in, Sook, knock my dude. Okay, boom, hit me for 800, and I'm like, damn, got me. And then we're going to go ahead and go for the, let's see what we do here. I play the Graceful, and then I'm going to discard the Serp. I'm going to also discard the Regenerating Mummy, set Magician of Faith, clean up a token, pass it back to my opponent. My opponent is going to set the Magical Merchant. Boom, get the Serpent back. And then we're going to flip Faith, get some more trend going. So you guys know the vibes. You guys already know the vibes. As we hit the Graceful Charity, I'm going to toss the Serp, toss the Spy, bring out the Assure, and just try to get active into these sets. Assure is going to get hit by the Ring of Destruction. And then I'm going to hit into a token. I'm going to hit into a token with both of my Mons. And then I'm going to just play Tribute to the Doom in the second main phase to get rid of whatever that set is. Okay, they got GK Spy, but they're going to go and flip the Spirit Reaper down, clean up the Magician of Faith, and then they're going to set the Scapegoat token. So I'm like, okay, nice. Continue to get in there with this damn sinister Spirit Reaper. Spirit Reaper is going to try to crash in for 300. They still won't allow that to go through. And I'm going to think here for a brief moment. I got a little bit of defense in this Ring of Destruction. So I'm like, okay, if I just get those tokens off, they can't Thousand Eyes restrict me. I can Ring of Destruction Tsukiyomi and then get into their hand after. At least that's the plan. You got this freaking Mystical Space Typhoon. Forever, play it. Play the card. Why have it if you're not going to play it? Like especially, and that's why I want everyone watching these videos who are newer, or you're still learning, or you're still trying to figure this thing out. Sometimes you got to know when to hold them, and you got to know when to fold them, man. And this is definitely, you need this play to go through. You need this play to go through. You want this play to go through, or maybe you just want to set bluffs and make it seem like you don't if it doesn't go through. I don't know. But you just got to play this. You need this tribe out of here, and then maybe you can premature burial. I don't know. You could even do that. Premature burial and Sook this thing, and then I don't know. But you got to do something with this, because now I got the Ring of Destruction. Ring's going to be able to clean up the Tsukiyomi. And then we're going to go in one light, one dark, bring out Bill. You got to know the vibes. Okay, that's how it goes. But I think we both kind of played it sloppily. I think there's both things we both could have done as duelists. And like I said, in all these replays, no one's ever going to be perfect. No one's ever going to have the perfect play. But I just wanted to showcase this and kind of talk about the concepts and strategies and theories behind these ideas. These are all concepts, theories, and ideas. Shout out to all my competitors, everyone who I play with. Again, tell me what you think about this deck. What would you do different? Maybe you add Pyramid Turtle. Maybe you'll add some other card that you would like to use in your version of this deck. I'd like to see him and hear from you. Make sure you tag me in the Discord and let me know how that goes. Sorry this video is a little bit longer, kind of got long-winded, showed maybe a little bit too many replays. But I just wanted to kind of get this out there, and you guys let me know what you think about it. That's all I have. As always, I'm JDZ. I play goats. Until the next time, shout out to all the real ones. Salute to the OGs. Peace.